space. I need some time to feel free and enjoy.
Yo, what's up, guys, and welcome back to 6 Things We Learned About Arsenal West Ham. Game has just finished, literally. Bringing you this kind of review of the game and obviously the 6 things we learned that I have now on my phone. So if I am looking down, it's only because I'm looking at my phone and obviously just kind of reading out my thoughts throughout the game. I've jotted a few things down, in terms of lineup and whatnot, and my thoughts as the game progressed. And obviously Arsenal running out 1-0 winners. Sorry, you were going to find out eventually, but yeah, Arsenal getting a very, very well-needed, much-needed 3 points in all games now are cup finals, and all games now are must-win in terms of obviously it being a cup final. Cup finals are always must-win, and now all the games are just must-win because we are in the business end of the season, and Arsenal need maximum points. The top four dream, I guess, is still alive, and I think, in terms of us getting it, I think if we play a lot better than we did today, because we were awful today. I'm not being funny. Can't sugarcoat it. We were awful today. We were, it was dire from start to finish. We grew into it as the game went on, as you would expect, being the home side against a less strengthened, or a less kind of attacking West Ham side. Not to discredit the lineup that they picked. Certainly, obviously they hit the post very early on, and they did create a few chances. As much as Arsenal gave them credit, we grew into the game in terms of obviously creating chances of our own and getting down. I think getting down their their left, our right, was really, really profitable as the game went on. But getting into the sort of 6 things, because the video itself, or the video series itself that's been going on from YouTube and now over to my Instagram TV, if you don't obviously follow me, go and follow. I'll put my socials, and the socials will be typed out in the description down below, so you can go and, if you're on YouTube, and if you're on Instagram, you're already following me, hopefully. If you aren't, I'd encourage you to drop your boy a follow. The first things, first things first, the game started very much like any other Arsenal game, sticking to their usual naive defensive scenario where we give the opposing team a hell of a lot and far too much respect. And that's a pattern that obviously has emerged over recent years and obviously has continued in terms of Arteta being in charge. I don't understand why. I was going to say, do I expect it to change? Probably not. But it worked today, and maybe it won't work on a different day. But it worked today, and we managed to get the 3 points. The lineup, as stated via a photo from Arsenal's Realist. If you don't follow him, go follow him on there. He's not the Arsenal's Realist that's on YouTube. He's just solely on Instagram. So yeah, go and follow. He's proper dope editor for photos mainly, but he's just mad and struck up a bit of a business deal as such, in terms of him making my new thumbnails as such. So hopefully, maybe for this game or possibly for the next, that you'll see his work via my thumbnail. So shout out to him. Obviously love working with you because your edits are just amazing. But my first initial thoughts was more than strong enough, with a few surprises. Obviously, Mari starting and in the lineup, and Arsenal's defence really looked no different. If anything, it actually looked worse, as that it was very experimental in terms of, obviously, I know it's been the kind of outline of many defences that we played. We've had obviously very much different defences, but through early stages, showing no signs of being able to defend and showing it to be very open and possibly a very high scoring game. That obviously in the first 15 minutes of the game, both teams created chances. Arsenal created slightly more, I would say, and dominated the game slightly more. They did hit the post, as I mentioned, through Jarrod Bowen, highlighting from the right, just highlighting the inexperience of Mari being played with Luiz. But you can see by the way the Hammers kind of set up. They didn't want to lose the game, so they, as such, and that's what many teams do when they come to the Emirates, and that's, that was inevitable. But from Arsenal, just needed to up the ante and continue to press on, and as the first half sort of drew to a close, it was a real meh kind of half of football from both sides, to be quite honest. Slightly, as I say, slightly edging the chances, but there was, to be quite honest, my initial thoughts at the end. To be precise, by the end was the end of the first half. Half-time match thoughts were Arteta wouldn't be too happy in regards to how much the Hammers had the ball, how much they had the ball, and how many chances they were able to create. He'd not be happy at all with regards to how slow and poor we've been. There was noted very much more. There was a lot more front four kind of movement, because obviously hence it being more experienced. But obviously going with Nketiah was a bit of a surprise. But in terms of obviously how Lacazette's played, it was a experiment that turned out, to be a strike. He struck gold with it. But from basically now, I'm just going to go off the top of my head. From now, like how the second half started, we did up it. You could see Arsenal, we played really, really well, and up until sort of the 60th minute, that was when Nketiah he was withdrawn, because I just believe he would probably have been told, obviously, you're going to get an hour, and if just to see how things are, and obviously see how you go. And for the most part, he done really well. He's making a lot of off-the-ball runs, making a lot of runs in between the defence. But I think all being, this is kind of a different Six Things We Learned. I'm trying to, you can take this how you will, or take this, make of it what you will. There was a lot of positives in terms of going forward, and obviously Lacazette more so. The biggest positive out of the game was Lacazette coming on, getting the goal, albeit it did go to VAR, and obviously for the first time in probably ever, and first time and probably last time that VAR would and had been on our side. It was quite strange to see why the goal was ruled out, because it was so clearly onside. It was I think they're just almost doing it as precautions now. But it was, it was a very good game to watch if you didn't watch the first half. I think the second half we upped it, like most performances, it takes Arteta to get into them and wake them up at half time, and and I think that's what happened. I think the likes of Pepe being withdrawn, and same withdrawn. I thought he played really well. He was linking up with Ozil coming off as well, Bellerin coming on. Pepe went off, Reece Nelson came on. Didn't really impact the game all that much. And if I had to say, I'm not going to go all through the player ratings and whatnot, even though that might be starting from the next game. The team performed pretty well. I'm not, that's how I see it. I'm going to end the video here because there's not really much else to say. Arsenal got the 3 points. They won ugly, and we've developed a fear, or kind of a fear factor in terms of winning ugly and being able to win ugly, and get the points when it's not looking likely. So yeah, I'm going to end the video here. Like, subscribe, and yeah, just do all that good stuff. Have a gangbang with the YouTube, and I'll take care. I'll take care. Yeah, of course I will. You take care. Lovely to have you all here, and yeah, great to see your smiling faces. See you in the next one. Peace, guys.